Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world today. We'll get started with our stream. Looked like we had the ending screen up there while we were beginning. Ah, well, small things, huh? Anyways, let's see. Yesterday we got through the first two runs of the Crystal Tower series, and we've got the third one to go through today. We have to go ahead and get part of the story done here. What I want to do is go back to Aleport and work on the Sahagin, because it looks like Leviathan's awakening. If we have to fight him, then we might as well queue up for both Leviathan and Crystal Tower, or World of Darkness anyways. Let's see, I got a new Red Mage skill. Oh, I got Cure finally yesterday. Alright, well I better get that put on somewhere here. Let's put that one over here. We can cure some folks. Let's see, what's the potency on that? 350. Yeah, all right. Anyway, how are you doing today? You doing all right? Drop us a message down in the chat. Let us know what's on your mind. If you've got comments or suggestions, by all means, put those in there too. Of course, if you just rather lurk and enjoy the stream and the atmosphere, by all means, do that as well. We're happy to have you here regardless. All right, well, let's see. Let's get some of this other stuff done here. Go find out what the Sahagin are doing here. Trying to summon Leviathan, it sounds like. Let's see, we can drop in. Let's drop in down here. And let's see, one more checkpoint. There is I need saps of shelf spines for my Grand Company hunt log, it looks like. Wonder if we can do those. Yeah. Let's see what we can do here. Before we trigger that checkpoint. That's 2 out of 3. Let's see See if we can take out that well too. I went after the wrong one there. Huh. Oh well. Alright, let's go after the right one this time. Alright, back to these guys now. Okay, rejoin Ishtola now. Let's do it. Pray, do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Come, the Aetheryte is close at hand. Let us press on.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Did I miss much? So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
Go, Thancred.
To the Aetheryte!
You'll forgive me my lateness.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled swordwalkers, tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What? Such power! It is transcendent!
Seven hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal. O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Heavens forfend.
Damn it all!
My being am the way. It should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Well, one thing I learned from that cutscene is that Sahagin is actually pronounced Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements if his last attempt is any guide. We cannot suffer history to be repeated, yet how in the seven hells are we to prevent it? New ring gets us up to 109, eye level now. Into the heart of the whirl. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, of that you may be sure, but Limlane herself would struggle to best the Lord of the Whirl in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood of us. We need another plan, that much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. Okay, back to Limsa then. You are expected in the command room. Pray, do not keep the Admiral waiting.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone, it was called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the Company of Heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The Primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The Company of Heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. it will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
'Twill be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, Warrior of Light.
All right, let's see. Speak with you, Giri. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best that it be delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put any store by this claim, and even should it be true, it is as Ishtola said, none save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on this supposed primal slayer's claims. And seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. The man you are looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lanaska. The storm private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Okay. Let's see. Jump out here in middle and cut through the cave then. That's closest to the Grey Fleet, I believe. No, not you again. Now look here, you. You'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you, and before I mucked out the chocobo stables, and before I rolled that millstone over to the mill, and also before... Gods, man, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days! And do you hear me complaining? Bah, I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. All right, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Traktum ain't a generous soul. Now prick up your ears, 'cause I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting. You can't... Epicness, yeah. The tale of Traktum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviathan. Now, Leviathan is huge, make no mistake. To give ye an idea how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as me members long. And that's no mean feat, let me tell ye. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of me hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now there's some that say you can never truly beat Leviathan, that you've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. Ugh, it's you! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention is all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have to lie to women to tumble 'em, and that don't happen much. Me member's tiny. It's pathetic. I sure as hells didn't fight Leviathan, but I have seen him with me own eyes. 'Twas a fair few years back when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking me duties one day, loitering about the harbor when I saw it. A great big massive sea serpent some malms off the coast with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I soiled myself right there and then. Well, oh gods, just remembering that day made me soil myself all over again. God, this guy. Oh my gosh. Hey, wait. If you're here asking after Leviathan, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't ye? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless lying whoreson. I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. And this is Minfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon? Leviathan? I see. That is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Morabi dry docks. Pray, make your way here as soon as you are able. Alright, I don't remember. Have I ever gotten the... Oh, I haven't even attuned to Morabi dry docks yet. Well, we will fly over there then. Yeah, we just focused on the story and didn't do much exploring over here. We started out in Ul'dah. So didn't have much occasion to visit all the big places here in Limsa. So let's make sure we do that first. No Chocobo. Chocobo guy's already tagged, isn't he? Nope, not yet. Pup no longer. Let's see, that was... Yeah, we gotta go to the Wolf's Den to finish that one. We might as well. I believe we get there from here. We'll go ahead and knock that one off our list. Test your PvP skill. Oh, I got a bunch of a big hit point boost doing this guy. Huh. Getting into this zone here. I don't recall seeing your ugly mug around here before. You say that Swift sent you. He said he was sending a new wolf to the den. Ah, more like the runt of the litter if you ask me. You barely have fangs for the honing, but I guess I'm feeling God's damn generous, so I'll throw you a bone. Start yourself off with crystalline conflict. Them training bouts are made special for feckless adventuring types who can't tell sound strategy from a horse's arse. I still reckon it won't be dawn before you run home with your tail between your legs crying for your mum, but you can have a word with Lieutenant Gunji Zalungio if you insist on giving it a go. You'll find him outside, assuming you can work up the nerve. And stand up straight, maggot. This ain't no place for the weak of spine. Dismissed. Oh, we get some Grand Company seals for that too. That's cool. That was worth it then. Alright, so we got that quest done there. Let us run back to the ferry skipper and head back to Morabee Dry Docks and continue on. I'm told your jaunt to the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lass. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the Whirl Eater I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The Whirl Eater and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word, and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Ah, I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the Whirl Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She has been fitted with what our friends at Naldik and Vimelis are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Ishtola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Ishtola, if you would join the 3rd Levy, and Lady Ugiri, the 5th. But what words have I for the woman who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of mine own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Anne. May the crystal bless and keep you. Alright, so now we've got the Whirl Eater unlocked. Let's go ahead and queue up for that one and our third crystal tower. The World of Darkness. Alright. Says average wait time 7 minutes. Maybe. We'll see. We're still over here on Diablos on the crystal, in the crystal data center. We've had good luck here. Alright, well, let's see. In the meantime, let's go check out what this next Red Mage quest is. It looks like over in Vesper Bay. Okay, well, we can use one of our Vesper Bay Aetheryte tickets to head over there. I've asked some friends of mine in the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to keep an eye out for that ship. We should know if the assassins seek to enter any of the major ports. Ah, my Lenoscan contact. Aye, this is Shroon. And they are still there? Excellent, thank you. It seems the assassin's merchantman has been spotted sailing into Aleport. Come, we've no time to lose. Okay, over to Aleport then. My apologies for dragging you halfway across the realm, but I did promise you a journey. Now, as for the merchantman, I'm told it's anchored a short distance offshore. We need to know more about the connection between this ship and our foe. They may have simply paid for passage, but there is something about that vessel. I say we wander the port and see what gossip there is to be had. Okay, so gather information from 3 sources, it looks like. Let's see, down here, maybe inside. Yeah. The dallying deckhand. The merchantman what just sailed in? I don't know buggery about it, not even the bleeding name. All I know is her crew's about as lively as a cabin full of corpses. It ain't natural. There's a rumor going round that the Yellow Jackets have taken an interest in their dealings, so I'd rather keep me distance any road. Aye, I'm finished answering your questions. Now off with you. And the modest merchant. Nay, me lass, I've not much to tell you about that ship. They say she's a trading vessel what brings goods from Rads at hand, but her crew's a sullen lot. Asking a friendly question about what they was hauling got me naught but blank stares and silence. And the nervous navigator. That ship's naught but trouble, ye mark me words. I've mates what swear they've seen her pulling alongside Imperial vessels. Only the gods know what's hiding in that hold of hers. Could be weapons, could be prisoners. Just the bleeding sight of her makes me whiskers twitch. And so we should report back to Shroon. Were you able to learn aught of interest? Oh, there we go. We will interrupt that and go do Whirl Eater. not too bad, I guess. Alright, and where do we report? Back to the command room. Let's pick up with our Red Mage quest again here. We'll finish that one off. Back over in Aleport. Oh, we need to queue back up for Labyrinth, or the World of Darkness again too. We will do that. Alright, let's turn off Whirl Eater now. And we just have World of Darkness we want to get through. Currently, anyways. Were you able to learn aught of interest? Strange crew, mystery cargo, ship's name unknown. I heard much the same. I'm beginning to think that our assassins used the vessel as a floating base. With no permanent camp on land, it would certainly be easier to avoid the attention of local forces, not to mention curious adventurers. I also spoke with an acquaintance in the Yellow Jackets, and he confirmed the ship's official status as a trader to and from Radzit-Han, even if rumors of her dealings with Garlean agents in open water are rife. As long as the merchantman appears to trade within the law, however, officials are reluctant to force their way on board and cause an incident. They've yet to uncover enough evidence, it seems. Well, if a solid reason to investigate is lacking, then mayhap we should help them find one, hey? Let's have ourselves a look in some of their crates on the docks. Just a little innocent curiosity is all. Alright, let's go take a peek. Where are they? There we go. Mystery cargo. Oh, it's got one of those purple glowing event points here. Let's see if that spawns an encounter then. The crate contains a cerulean tank of Imperial design. And we are under attack. Okay. About to get my ass kicked here. Uh-oh, that's too bad. Glad I got that Burt Cure anyway. Oh, that was too close. I didn't take that one seriously enough at all. Alright, let's see. Show the key to Shroon here. I did not take that serious enough. How did your investigations fare? I found a veritable bounty of military supplies, cerulean tanks, Imperial rations, Imperial insignias on everything. The authorities will be most interested to hear of this, I'll wager. What's that you have there? Well, well, dropped by one of the ship's crew members, you say. And I just so happen to have found a most conveniently locked box. I shall go and relay our findings to the Yellow Jackets. I'm sure you'll think of some use for that key of yours. You hear a faint groan coming from inside the box. What? Where am I? You're in Aleport. Was I sleeping? In a box? What an odd thing for me to do. Don't you remember anything? Of course, Oh, perhaps not. No, wait, I remember something. Arya. My name is Arya, I think. Is it? It's a lovely name. Do you think so? Then I suppose it will do for now. And what does a girl call you? You can call me an adventurer. Anne, I'll try to remember that. Thank you for letting me out. What happened here? Is aught amiss? She's a miss. Miss Arya. This lass was inside the box? I might suspect a stowaway, but it was more likely she was kidnapped. The people who took you may be lurking nearby. We should probably put some distance. Come now, you needn't fear me so. Anne, please say something reassuring, would you? He's as gentle as a kitten, 'cause he's a cat boy. He is. If you say so, Anne, then I suppose it must be true. Well, you seem to have made a new friend. Let's see about arranging some lodgings for now, and we can discuss where to go from here. And let's see, go over and speak with Shroon again. This way. Inside, I guess. Yes. Aw, she's sleeping. The poor girl was asleep within moments. This entire ordeal must have left her exhausted. As for the results of our efforts with the cargo, I suggest we continue this conversation outside. I presented our findings to the Yellow Jackets, and the evidence was indeed sufficiently damning to spark a full-scale investigation. Regretfully, it appears the assassins caught wind of the coming storm. A squad of soldiers was dispatched to the docks only to witness the merchantman sailing away with all hands on board. Not quite the outcome we'd hoped for, but at the very least they'll no longer find a warm welcome in Eorzea's ports. The other issue we face now is what to do with young Arya. Her breath carries a faint aroma that may account for her memory loss. I suspect she was subjected to a certain incense which, when inhaled, can cloud a person's mind. The next step was likely to brand her with one of those vile sigils and effect the permanent destruction of her free will. It was fortunate that you released her when you did. Arya remains muddled, but her condition should improve with time. And once her memories have returned, we can learn exactly who she is, and just as importantly perhaps, the circumstances which led to her capture. Sounds like a plan. And I think I may not do any more Red Mage quests until we get to the story level, or at least get some gear that is more in the mid-50s for us. That was brutal trying to get through that last encounter for me. Alright. Anyways, now we're just waiting for World of Darkness, a raid to pop for us here on the queue. So while we're doing that, let's see, we can do a couple things, I think. Let's check out our Grand Company hunt log here. We could get us some more, work on getting us some more seals while we do that. Let's see, there's some XIV over in North Shroud. We could go shopping for some fashion or make some clothes too to change our appearance, that sort of thing. Let's see. Or we could just do fates, something like that. Let's go work on our hunt log for now, though. Let's see. XIV Wind Talon, North Shroud, Proud Creek. And that would be Bulgord Float. They would be up here to the north, I believe. There's some XIV Wind Talons. Let's drop in here. Two more. That one done. Oh, let's see. Any others in this zone? Nope. Let's see. Sylphie's Sigh. East Shroud and the Sylphlands. Oh yeah. North of the Hawthorne Hut, or northeast, sort of. There. Sylphie's Sigh. I thought there should be some here, but maybe I'm mistaken. a screech. Was it these down here again? I can't remember now. No, those are Sylvan size, not Sylphid. Alright, so they are up here in this higher level area, I'm sure. There's one, there's one. Okay. There we go, a couple here. I need 2 more. Track down one more somewhere. They're stinging Sophie. Check back up in here. Here's another. Got that one. And I will take just a short break here, just for a minute or two, and be right back. And we're back. Thanks for your patience. Oh, and you know what? I've totally forgotten that we do have a story we need to continue here too. We're not blocked from progress, just waiting on the World of Darkness. We can actually continue our story. So anyways, we won't work anymore on our hunt log. Let's go back to Limsa now and get our story pushed along here. The hunt log's nice. I mean, give us some more seals when we got nothing else to do. We can always use those seals either for buying materials or buying things from the quartermaster that we can sell. And we're now 18 and a half minutes into our queue, waiting for World of Darkness. Currently showing 1 healer and 1 DPS in the party. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits, but today I will permit myself a few words. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You are an inspiration to us all, madam, and on that note, The Admiral awaits you in the command room. Wink, wink.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'ashtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then. But know that it will lead to no good end.
Alright, we will interrupt that then. Come back. Yeah. We don't want to miss this one.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are...
We are Alliance A. Okay. Oh gosh, I'm not very good at this one. Let's see here. So that they got it down before it had to worry about that one. We're in A this time. We were in C both times yesterday. Okay, let's see. What's next? Queen Skyla. If you're joining us, welcome. We're running through World of Darkness now. Oh, the five-headed dragon. I'm ready. And poison flailing bow. deal. Okay, they want us to do A team hitting the ads, I guess. Someone's going after the chains, that's good. chains again. That should get it. All right. Who disturbs the gloom? Ah, mortals from the realm of light, you have not stumbled. Whatever. I am the cloud of darkness. What I do not smother, I devour. What I cannot devour, I destroy. The covenant is everlasting. All mortals before the flood of darkness will sink lifeless into the void. Those are going to break. And we're done. All right. That'll be some major action taken care of there. We won't have to worry about that for the rest of the game. got the world of a puff of darkness. Add to our minion list here. Where in the seven hells are they? Without them to stem the energy in the tower, our defeat of the cloud aids our cause little. Doga, Une, can you hear me? Nero! Must you be so infernally loud? Are you so keen to attract more void scent? Though I don't blame you for missing my company. Thank the 12. Are you all right? As all right as can be expected, Une has simply passed out. Nero, by the gods, what's happened to you? Alas, his wounds were too deep and allowed this foul place entry to his body. Now the darkness claws at the ether of his very form. Would that we could have protected him. The cloud of darkness was bound by Xandi's unholy covenant to bring prosperity to Allagan royalty. The same blood that sealed this contract gives us a measure of protection. I say a measure, for this vow does not protect us from other void scent. The cloud imprisoned us here precisely to unleash fiends upon us. We would be dead had Nero not defended us so valiantly. Mistake not my actions for kindness. I have use for you yet in Eorzea, and simply couldn't let harm befall you here. Where? Une, you are safe. Our friends have come for us. Have they? Then perhaps, Doga, there is yet hope we may fulfill our purpose. Mortals, you have dared to challenge me and now must feel my wrath. Did you think to destroy me in my realm? Here I am eternal. I will smother your light and entomb your bones amongst my shadows. Are we truly so powerless here? As long as we fight the cloud in this realm, I fear so. And yet, though we may not be able to destroy it, this may be our chance to stop it. If we strike now whilst the cloud can barely hold her form, mayhap we can sever Xandi's covenant. Yes, and raise the bridge between the Crystal Tower and this foul place once and for all. Anne, Graha, you must flee. You and Doga mean to stay here? 'Tis madness. You must return with us. No one but you can save the world from the threat of the Crystal Tower. What is this trickery? Your blood. You too gain protection from Xandi's blood. Grahatia, you are possessed of royal blood. That is why the royal eye runs in your line. 'Tis a gift you have inherited. Graha, you have been granted authority over the Crystal Tower. I had thought time would consume all of Alig that was. That a man should still live with his forebears' blood in this age can be no coincidence. Some person must have planted this gift in your line and used the highest of Allagan technology to do so. True, the Crystal Tower is not like to recognize you as Allagan, not as you are now, but your royal eye bespeaks a simple truth. Within you dwells one feeble glitter that will illuminate all, the light of hope. But how should I use this light? Pray, tell me. You must gain control of the Crystal Tower. We will share our blood with you, Graha. Though its effects will be but ephemeral, it will bolster the Allagan presence within you. This is our gift to you, that you may fulfill your destiny. All with the royal eye are bound by fate to Allig. Our part in this journey is to bury Zandi's dark ambitions in the past. This was the true Une and Doga's purpose, one we have carried into the future. Know that as long as this light of hope survives in you, our souls will still remain, even if our bodies are lost. You must leave us as well, Nero. I am sorry we could not live up to your expectations. I must return to you what is yours, though. You dropped it whilst defending us. What you seek by this instrument may not be possible, Nero, but do not give up. There are many other paths that await you. Of course they do. Doga, Une, thank you. We shall never forget you. Now, Anne, Nero, let us quit this place. You shall not escape me, impudent children of light. No, you shall not escape us. Here, Zandi's blood-stained dreams of glory end. There, the glint of light. It grows faint. Then the bridge between realms grows fragile by the Covenant's annulment. If that light dies, we are stranded here. Hurry! Nero, no! You must move! Leave me! I don't need you. If I die here, it'll be because I bloody well decided to. I failed to master darkness. I'll not suffer watching a green boy master the tower. Do what you will with it, but remember me, son of Allig. I am Nero Tolskeva, the man who will yet outdo Allig and Garland. That was what you hoped to. May the Crystal Tower again be a beacon of hope for mankind. Go, damn you! must move onwards. This is not where I come to rest. But how did... So, those damn clones did it after all. Now, onwards! Ah! You owe me, Nero. The hells I do. You are returned unharmed. Thank the gods. When that void gate started to close, I had never felt so powerless in all my life. We were running about like madmen, trying to keep the gate open, and then the chief actually went and dived in. But if you all are Where are Une and Doga? They're not... Well, you see, it's like this. I see. I will miss the two of them dearly, but I am happy they fulfilled their purpose. We who live on must still attend to the Crystal Tower, though we now have no one able to seal it. That is not true, my friend. Une and Doga have entrusted me with their blood. I can now control the Crystal Tower. Graha, yes, I can see it in your eyes. Good, then let us put an end to this and seal away the tower. I understand your instinct, Rambrose, but please, give us a moment to rest. I am weary to the bone, and Nero and Anne are both emerged from long battle. Of course, you have the right of it. Come, we shall leave this place for a spell and repair to St. Koinig's find. No one but you could have succeeded in the world of darkness, Anne. Well, me and millions of other adventurers, but hey, thank you anyways. Would that I could have been of more use beyond the rift. As it stands, I was but a vessel for Doga and Une's blood. Have I remembered what I wished to? Yes, something has come back to me. Gaining royal blood and witnessing true bravery has reminded me of my forebear's dearest wish. But we need not speak of these things now. It was not my place to keep you. Pray, go on ahead of me. There is something small I would do before I return. I could not have asked for a better comrade. If only I could have been a part of your adventures for longer, Anne. Alas, fate dictates I have a different role to play. A wish hidden for millennia and brought to light by the good people of Noah. Now, finally, 'tis my time to see it realized. And we've got to get back to St. Koinig's find. I cannot express how glad I am you returned safely, Anne, and with the means to dispel the threat of the Crystal Tower for good. Rest if you will, and then let us free ourselves from the specter of the Alligans. I trust you have rested, my friend. Good. I wish to seal the tower now, but there is something we must do first. Let me summon the others and hear in full what happened beyond the rift. So, the Allagan eye that runs in Graha's line does mean that royal blood flows in his veins. I suppose it is not so odd to think his forebears gained it via ancient technology, but who imbued his family with the blood, and for what purpose? Mayhap all this was fate, from discovering the tower to Graha gaining Une and Doga's blood. Has Graha said anything? For that matter, where is Graha? And what of Nero? I'm not sure about our resident historian, but Nero left the tower with me. Where he's vanished to since, I cannot say. But knowing him as I do, I don't believe he'll scheme against us for the time being, though he is still Nero. And you say Graha stayed behind at the Crystal Tower. I wonder if he even now prepares to seal the place off. Master Rambrose! Master Rambrose! 'Tis Graha Tia, sir. He came into the Crystal Tower and began ordering researchers out. What? Why would he do such a thing? I do not know, sir, but he was quite insistent. He all but bodily forced me out of the gates. I suppose it's possible he told one of the others, but I wasted no time in finding out. I thought it best to hasten here and ask your guidance. Very well, let us go and speak with these researchers and get to the bottom of this queer business. Master Garland, Anne, please come with me. No doubt Graha means to seal off the Crystal Tower, but it worries me that he did not breathe a word of his plan to us. So back to the Crystal Tower. What in the world was Graha Tia thinking, demanding we leave the tower? No doubt you want to know why. I wish I knew that myself. Of course, he would tell me nothing, but he will be honest with you, miss. I am certain of it. Go no further, my friends. The doors will close ere long. So you are of a mind to seal the tower, Graha. I know time is of the essence, but all I ask is a hint of your plan. Please, come here so we can discuss this. No. My apologies, but I cannot. Come, man, what is this nonsense? If aught is amiss, surely we can help. Not this time, my friend. Just as Une and Doga fulfilled their destiny, so too must I fulfill mine. My blood has awakened me to this fact. As my father told me, the truth has always lain with Alig, or rather, 'twas there the wish I must grant was born. You see, not all the world perished in Xandi's calamity. Survivors stood amidst the ruins of Alig, looking to the Crystal Tower, but it was nowhere to be seen. Yet they hoped its spires would again dominate the land and prayed that the Crystal Tower would be a beacon of hope to people everywhere. Word of this soon reached the only member of Alig's royalty to outlive the Empire, the Princess Selena. Selena was moved by the people's dearest wish. She used the very best of Alig's technology to give her blood and memories to he whom she trusted most. That man was my forebearer. For millennia we waited. Alig's art and ingenuity faded. Our royal blood grew thin. But before the last drop could vanish from the realm, the memory of all this returned to me. And now I must fulfill the wish of the ancients. The tower will shine forth as a new beacon of hope. Graha, the Crystal Tower's strength poses too great a threat to Eorzea now. We would need technology as advanced as Alig's to use it correctly. As things stand, we barely understand the tower's workings. Hells, we may never fully comprehend them. 'Tis as you say, Cid. We could wait for someone someday to reach the same heights as Alig, but by then we will have lost the royal blood and the means to control the tower. But what if I do as Ammon did and put the tower into a deep sleep? What? You cannot mean that. I am deadly serious, Cid. The tower may only be used once men rival the Alligans in knowledge. I will slumber within Circus Tower until then, to greet those with the means to open the gates. Then I will guide them, and thus will the tower shine forth as the beacon of hope it was meant to be. 'Tis the only way to make the wishes of the ancients come true. The future is where my destiny awaits. But yours lies outside of these doors. Go. Create a future where hope reigns and the tragedies of the past are but memories. No one but you can accomplish such things. Nothing we say will make you change your mind, will it? Onwards to a brighter future. It won't be easy, of course, but that's exactly why we'll do it. We'll catch up with Alig, just you wait. We'll cover all that lost ground before you even know it. Well said, Wedge. It'll only be a few years before we come knocking, Graha. Then you're in for a rude awakening. You shall be witness to Noah's accomplishments. Pray, keep alive our successes and forgive us our failures, and we may meet again, my friend. The 12 keep you till then, Rambros. I look forward to learning of your exploits. And you, Anne. I know history will remember you. No doubt your heroism will be the star by which I chart my course when I awake. Well, now I must rest. Recalling so much has put me in the mood for sleep. Farewell, my friends. I eagerly await a future born of your courage and the ancients' wish. The crystal tower slumbers again then. 'Tis too quiet for my taste. Goodbye, Sid. I must put all this at my back. Possibility beckons, and I am bound to follow. A new dawn has come for me. Report back to Rambros. And I want to thank those of you watching for hanging out with me today. I hope you're doing fine. Drop a comment down in the chat if you'd like. If you've got any comments or even suggestions about anything, we're happy to hear them. If you just want to lurk, of course, we're happy to have you do that as well. Just thank you for being here with us and enjoying the stream and the atmosphere. You have just missed Sid, Anne. There is much that needs his attention if he is to fulfill Graha's wishes, it seems. But this is not the end of Noah, no matter how lonely St. Koinek's find has become for our friend's departure. We must all walk in different directions now. Remember that we labor for a brighter future lit by Graha's beacon. Sealing the Crystal Tower was but the first step. Farewell, my friend. May our paths cross again. And we have completed the Crystal Tower series. Rest well, champion, for the main scenario and many other adventures await you. Okay. And that's added a chapter of New Game Plus for us. Alright, so anyways, back to Limsa Lominsa. And we will take just another brief intermission. At this point, we'll be back shortly. It'll take us just a minute or two. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. Let's go ahead and do that last cutscene for the main story that we were in the middle of when the queue popped for our World of Darkness. At least we've got that out of the way now. Yep, we already heard that from you last time. Let's go on in here and we'll skip through the cutscene up to the point where Y'shtola leaves.
We look not for the... On behalf... Tis meet.
Before I though I know
And I... Decide.
Not a few up by my...
I'm hot.
Though you may...
Y'shtola!
But for a
Minfil...
Lady... Know that yet I'll...
We are in...
You wish to...
The better history repeat may be.
I have no... But we have...
And so you...
I'll not deny.
As must we all...
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
What's that? Durability drought. Or draft. Yeah, we were almost at the end of that cutscene when that popped. Okay. Next one. Let's see, that will give us a weapon, eye level 90, which won't be any better than what we got. It will be worse, actually. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Ugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Huron man there and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I am obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of Lumensan society. They value their independence more highly than pirates and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here's the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck! Sounds like that'll be down there near the fishing guild. I'm going to just pop a question out into each of the chats here real quick. It's always fun to talk with and chat with folks who enjoy the game as well. Oh, well, maybe he wasn't down here after all. Oh, okay, they're there. Alright, well, I better just run around and get to him somehow then. Got business with me, venturer? So you're the woman the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred, too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eating grin, but what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. Ah, and you must be the Far Easterner what Merlwyb says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, milady. I am Ugri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when first I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you'd come with us, you Gary of what's-it, we can get acquainted in more private surrounds. Ha! That didn't come out right, did it? Lady Anne, I shall remain with these people for a time that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Probably won't even let us unpack that one, will it? Or will it? Maybe it will. No. Yeah, we'll extract for Black Mage then. An Elder Staff. Let's see what that looks like. Try it on. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. Yeah, so-so. Yeah, alright. Anyway, let's continue the main story here. Through the Maelstrom. Much and more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Menphilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Back to the Rising Stones.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder, could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is aught amiss?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
Whoa.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned. It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
Ooh. Oh, another earring series here. We won't be using the earring. Through the maelstrom. See if we've unlocked any other titles here. Ah, here we go. Out of the Dark. We'll go ahead and put on that one. Of the Silver Lining. Our friends, the very isle itself. Everyone and everything. No. No, it avails us not to speculate. Urianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations which we had previously attributed to good King Moggelmog XII. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the Twelves Wood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Asilia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees, hailing from Ul'dah this time, are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in the seventh heaven, awaiting a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Asilia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Anne, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Say no more. I will go with you. Let's see, there they are. Draggle-tailed refugee. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. 12 be praised, it is you! We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Pray calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know naught of your situation. Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one what got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where. And then it came to me. Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us? If I might have a word. Tataru? Is aught amiss? Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphino has been wounded. What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. 7 hells. Now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please, if you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady, we are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphino and quickly. If he is in danger, or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray, do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Papa Emo will see to it. Alphino is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Anne! Well now, let's go help the little lord out here. The Hourglass at the Adventurers Guild. Well, he looks all right there.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well. Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Ul'dan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'Dan way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers, while more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest, nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Uh-huh. So we'll not need that earring. And another ring series. That's cool. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur, given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Rauban has to say about the matter. Now is not a good time, Lieutenant Adventurer. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Alphino, back on your feet already? You may credit my swift recovery to your chirurgeons. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation? Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine. Given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between the Ul'Dan citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away, but would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single gil to spend, who could not survive without the aid provided by the Immortal Flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. The general is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim without the necessary proof that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, Anne. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at a request for such information, but I've no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? We shall. All right, Swift. Let's see what we can do here. You look as though you have something to say, Lieutenant Adventurer. Do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual, even one with ties to the flames, may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well, the Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. Alright. Let's go check our squadron here. I don't think we've gotten any new recruits. Maybe we have and I didn't realize it. Nope, no enlistment papers yet. Alright. So Lost Hope is up around Blackbush Station, I think. Blackbrush. So we'll just fly up there. Hey, I remember you all. And what brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well, then you've come to the right place. Ah, you mean those refugees? Oh, no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. Hey, Leofric. I didn't expect them to send you, Anne. I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He will explain everything. Yo, Zazawaka. Ah, don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon? You're of the Flames, but you're not with the Flames? I see. If Leofric bid you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. 12 be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under the fanatic's spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed? Ha! A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you will understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. Okay, let's look behind this tent then. Terrified refugee. What are you doing? Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. Why didn't you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me. Be here to soothe me. Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? Oh, somebody needs to soothe him, it looks like. Soothe, soothe, soothe. Who are you? What do you want? Aye, it's true. I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into 2 groups, sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and... Oh gods, the other group! They're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. No ring in that much. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though, if they were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one woman. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Okay. Let's go search the caves. There's a desperate refugee. Seven hells, they've found us. Everyone, grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Ah, sorry to disappoint ye, lass, but we're more than willing to kill ye ourselves. Well, here we go. You beat him like it was nothing. Thou Almighty, what are we going to do now? All right. Back to talk to this frightened little guy. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Huh? But where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others. And that ring. Even star ring. Oh gosh. Some of the stuff I picked up from World of Darkness. Oh good. Well, we got some extra stuff there. A new hat and everything. That looks pretty cool. Alright, and what are we at? We're at eye level 113 now. Cool. I did not realize that would be higher than my red mage gear. And here's a necklace. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him. Convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. Alright, well let's go search Stone's Throw then. Down this way. There's somebody. Have you seen my parents? They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Ul'dah. The man said they were going to change everything, make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry, and I got scared. Say, miss, are you looking for someone? I'm looking for a merchant. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Wait, look! Over there! I think that's him! Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? You! He's getting away! Go get him, miss! And that's the chase music. Speaking of music, will you have any favorite music from the game that you like? There are some really good tunes in this game. Mistrustful merchant. You again? Why are you pursuing me? Well, you see, it's like this. Sedition, treason, revolution? That's preposterous. Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The selfsame refugees who terrorized the streets of Ul'dah? Ha! You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. Well, I do know this. No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of argument, let us say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I give a kickeran's arse about politics. It was business. Only business. We both know I am not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. Okay. Whoops. What's all this commotion? 7 hells! Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim as well as the events leading up to his death. Well, you see, it's like this. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Why, thank you. And I'll just do a free teleport inside so we can quickly report to Swift. Yeah, before we finish that, we'll just finish the stream here for today. We've hit our 3 hours here for now, and we'll close it down and join us again Tuesday for more of Final Fantasy XIV. We'll continue on with the story, see what big things we have to do next. But anyways, I appreciate you hanging out with me today and hope you'll have a good rest of your day. Morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be. And take care of yourself. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.